piece by piece. I mean, I ran in there and typed in a stream key code live.
How many characters?
47, 48. Upper and lower case, like a giant extra strong password. Look at that. Hey, there we are.
Hey,
look at that. I'm very. Oh, that's
unusual.
What kind of camera is this situation? Okay, that's good.
Is this just going to keep
much better
looping around?
No, yeah, it'll. I think so. All right, here we go.
Cycle?
That's good. All right,
not at all.
Look at that. It's so much better. All right. So, welcome everybody. Thanks. Hi. How are you doing? Thanks a ton. It's all so flattering.
You can see this.
Well, it's a posture thing.
I guess so.
It's a good. It trains you to sit up straight. Believe me, live stream.
Look at that.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
And then people can call in, and I'll be able to hear. And it's just, I can't believe it. I'm going to cry. I'm going to just weep is what's going to happen.
I'm going to smash that like again.
So, yeah, please do. Yeah, because we're kind of just starting from scratch. Yeah, give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and all the other words and things that are going on. Now, what I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my own tech madness, was that, the Trump gravy train has always been the name of the game. Like, this has always been about Trump making money off of stuff. We now know that Trump had he had extras at his big...
Yeah, he paid actors.
Yeah, paid actors to show up at his presidential launch thing because it was largely a way to manipulate, I guess, NBC into giving him more money. Is that the network Apprentice was on?
Yes.
Yes. I see, my problem is I have a great memory, but only for things I actually care about. Yeah. In those kind of shows, which, by the way, the Apprentice is a game show.
Right.
Let's just not kid ourselves. Like, this is... that show was a game show. It was not a reality show.
It's like a scripted game show.
It was very much a scripted one. And he never fired anybody on that show. The producers told him who was going and who was staying based on ratings. It had nothing to do with whether he liked them or whether they were good at anything.
It just made a lot of people angry.
That's right, yeah.
I'll never forgive Donald for firing me.
Yes, right. And apparently, though, many of those people, they just...
Wasn't Dee Snider on?
Yes, he was. Gene was on. Gene Simmons was on, I think.
Oh, wow.
And I have to say, I have had, at different points in my career, people have reached out to me to do those kind of shows.
Yeah.
Now, I did like Celebricadabra, and I did Celebrity Duets.
I love Celebricadabra.
I did, too. Now, the reason I took Celebricadabra was...
You love magic.
Yeah, and they paired me with Rocco Solano, who created the finger lights trick and stuff, who's one of the best close-up magic guys in the country. If anybody wants to know what it was like to work with Rocco... when you run into me, ask me to tell you the story of you can do that once in every state, and I'll tell you the story why.
So
working with a guy named Rocco from New Jersey,
it's the best.
who does finger magic, might tell you something. But over the course of and of course on Celebrity Duets, I sang with Smokey Robinson. I sang with Dee Snider and Sebastian Bach for the first times in my life. I sang with Al Jarreau. Yeah. I met Richard Marx in passing for the first time.
You're gonna do that.
I got to hang out with Leah Thompson and all these wonderful people. Like, you don't pass stuff like that.
No, that's too awesome.
And ultimately, by the way, for the record, Little Richard was one of our judges. Aww. And I was his favorite choice, which is one of my things that I get to take.
Huge.
I get to take with me to my grave.
Little Richard liked you?
Yes, he did. He was like,
goodness.
He wanted me to win and liked my singing the most, and that meant more to me than the entire process. Almost
fabulous.
Yes, he is. We miss him dearly, and still is, as an enduring being.
I just relived Tawny Kitane's death. I forgot she died, and then heard something on the news. I guess they came back with her toxicology report.
Well, then it was heart failure. Yeah, but I mean, obviously she had an imprint on our upbringing in the Whitesnake videos and Bachelor Party and what have you. Yeah. Lovely lady, very loved by those who worked with her as well. But I did those shows because I wanted to do those experiences.
Yeah.
I learned more about singing. It was like a masterclass in singing to do Celebrity Duets. With my band, I had sung and lost my voice a couple of times. I did not have technique. I did not, I was not accepted at New Trier High School into the co-op program in choir opera. Because
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that
because I was a comedian, and that's not real art. Thanks very much. Luckily, I was a rock-solid actor, so I got to do the drama stuff. But I didn't get to do any of the musicals or Lagna Potpourri because whatever. But so I never studied singing. So I was always just skating on talent and genetics, force of throat, just being loud, right? And I learned. Singing with all these different people, I learned all their techniques. I was with them when they were practicing. I saw, that was great.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Same thing with Celebricadabra. Like I learned close-up magic. I still have all those skills now.
So why don't you want to do something like The Apprentice?
Because there is nothing to be learned except what your moral floor is.
Floor. All right, so here's what I want you to do.
Yeah, right. Okay, or that you have none.
Yeah,
basically, the Celebrity Apprentice and The Apprentice are basically ways of convincing people that they are morally vacuous, no matter how much they might fight it. Like how, and there is in many ways no better example in life than submitting yourself to the judgment and advice of Donald John Trump as a human being. Yeah. In all seriousness, there is a reason why The Apprentice was the show it was, and it was not him like doing bar rescue.
Right.
Right? I mean, think about the distinction between those two things. Bar rescue goes in, they make a total assessment of everything that's there. They talk to your staff. They look at the wait times. They talk about, the quality of the food. They taste the meals. They sneak in and do all this kind of stuff. And then they give you advice on who you got to fire and all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of similarities conceptually, right? Yeah. Except it requires actual knowledge and work.
Yeah. It's based on reality.
The Apprentice and Celebrity Apprentice is all like garbage, embarrassing man on the street things.
Yeah, go start like a lemonade stand.
Right, yeah. And it's all just to create embarrassing fights between people who have careers in and of themselves and stuff, all for the pleasure of the Donald, right?
This person's not pulling their weight.
Who, by the way, if he had any skills whatsoever, would have every single challenge, you're up against the Donald.
Oh yeah,
right.
That'd be fun. Yeah, the boss fight.
I mean, hey, if that was my show, if I was like you were going to do a show called The Apprentice, and people know that you're good at business, you're like, okay, you're going to see if you can make more money than I can.
Yeah,
the producers are going to put you against me every time. I don't know what the challenge is. You don't know what the challenge is. They're going to give us the challenge, and I'm going to show you how I beat you every single time. Or are you going to see if you can beat me at this?
But still, even then, the cutting room floor is going to be littered with all of your racist comments.
Well, sure, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mark Burnett, right?
That guy. This is all Mark Burnett's fault.
Oh,
by
yeah,
the way.
it is.
If democracy falls.
It's Mark Burnett. Yes, fault. He's going to be. Yes, he gets his own chapter in the burned-out book that someone finds in the rubble of what this guy. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. But it should surprise no one that the Trump Media and Technology Group, whatever it is, that puts out Truth. What do you think the odds are that he's going to have some sort of political apprentice show going into 2024?
Yeah, like only on YouTube or
Who
something.
can be in my cabinet? I'm going to start. I mean, it is.
He's not allowed on YouTube, is he?
That's why he starts his own website, just like Lindell TV.
Thing,
I mean, arguably, he could just buy out Lindell TV as it starts to fail over time, too. I mean, the dude just sold his airplane to pay for legal stuff. Don't get me started on the whole Brandon House nonsense over there, and that guy's bleeding him dry. It's like watching ticks crawl up a dog's neck, and you're like, it's kind of a mean dog, but I feel really bad. We'll be back right after this.
Poor ticks.
Poor ticks.